Welcome back. This is 20 Talk 20 with your boy Ern B.
Hey, this is Stephanie.
Hey, this is your boy Dre.
And your boy King Karim.
AKA the Hookah Man. Yes, we're back from a long hiatus, but my man said if we don't got the hookah, we don't got a show. But we're back. How's everybody doing? How y'all doing today?
We're
Been good, man.
We're good. Long time.
Man, so we needed to take a break.
A big one.
A blessed break. Outside is blooming. God is good because we needed this weather. We needed this newfound energy for the show.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling great. I'm happy to see you guys because it was really hard to see you guys. You guys been vacationing. Y'all went to Mars, I believe.
Yeah, totally.
How was it?
Hot.
You know, man, they know Elon Musk, so.
I knew it. And you guys didn't say, hey, Ern, hey, AK, do y'all want to come to Mars? Yeah, I just went.
They wanted a Dogecoin. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how y'all pay for it. I knew it.
The Doge chip.
The Doge chip.
No. We were worried. We were really worried about your concern because we had to give you time to recuperate from your hip surgery. So
too.
So that's why.
That too.
We didn't want to take you on such a long journey. Your body might not have been able to handle it.
I would have forced it. They would have called me one leg Ernie. But I'd have been out there wilding out. You know what I mean? But again, welcome back. I'm happy you guys are here. And Steph, what are we starting off at?
We're starting off on what is the 20 Talk crew watching? What is binge watching after all that's been going on? What are you guys watching? So, Ern, tell us about what have you been watching?
Ladies first.
Ladies first? Okay. So, I have the guilty pleasure of watching Modern Family. So, you can find Modern Family on ABC, but you can also find it on Hulu. It's like this really funny, what they call it, a mockumentary. So it's like, it's like almost like a documentary, but it's almost mocking the whole setup about it. And it's a family sitcom and it's breaking that fourth wall. You have one moment they're sitting on the couch and then they're having a whole story. And you see how the different connections work between divorces and between gay relationships, the way that divorces, it's just such a family oriented show. And it's so refreshing to seeing something, on TV like that. Just talking about all the relatable things, talking about, stay at home moms and school. So it's something I would highly recommend if you're into the family sitcoms, something really, really funny. Highly, highly recommend it. But it is 11 seasons. So if you have a little bit of a time, it's 11 seasons, but it's not too bad. It's only half an hour though, but definitely recommend it. What about you?
When you say half an hour, it's really 22 minutes.
There you go, basically, yeah.
So you have plenty. You can watch it. You can knock it out.
Definitely watch it.
Okay.
So funny. I watch it too. It's hilarious. The series I'm watching is Mighty Ducks Game Changer.
Wait a minute. Mighty Ducks? Like as in the Mighty Ducks?
Yeah. Like D1, D2, D3.
He's reliving his childhood.
Exactly. I'm reliving my childhood. It's crazy, bro. He
thinks he's Emilio Estevez. Yeah.
He's actually in it though.
Yeah,
he looks good.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, really?
He looks good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
That's not his real name, you guys know. That's not Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Sheen.
Actually, Emilio Estevez is his real name.
Oh, that's his real name?
Yeah.
No.
The Sheen is the Hollywood name.
Oh, God, you're right. Yeah, it is Emilio Estevez. Yeah, the brothers are... the fathers are Estevez. Yeah. He didn't want to change his name.
So check your facts, AK.
Yep.
Whoa. Shots fired.
Like I was saying.
Look at his age.
Like I was saying about Mighty Ducks. It just brought back all the memories of just loving Mighty Ducks when we were little. And just the fact that Emilio Estevez is here and pretty much he's this, if anybody saw Mighty Ducks, like the last one, he was in, I think, coaching college ice hockey, I think it was.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
In this one, he got banned from coaching ever again. And then you come to find out that the reason why is because he helped another player financially. And because of the rules, you're not allowed to do that. So he got ousted from the NCAA hockey league, whatever. So now it's been years, like almost like 10, 12 years later. So he owns this ice palace that he inherited through one of his friends.
Okay.
So he's he's a caretaker of this hockey rink. So now one of the main characters, which is Alex Morrow, which is played by Lauren Graham. And everybody knows her. She's from
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
Oh, okay.
Hate her. I never liked her, but she's good in the show.
Wow.
Why you don't like her?
You don't like her?
I hated Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls was so annoying.
Really?
I couldn't even look at it. I couldn't watch it anyway at all.
My brother loved that show, by the
Really?
way.
Dude.
Oddly.
So basically, she's her son is in the Mighty Ducks team,
Mm-hmm.
and now the Mighty Ducks team, current years, they're like unstoppable. They're like they're winning 10 in a row and all this stuff. So their curriculum is pretty much hardcore hockey. Like
Okay.
it's all about winning. It's all about winning.
Mm-hmm.
So then now the son, he gets kicked off the team. So then that's when the mom decided, you're overworking the kids and all this stuff. So let's bring fun back to hockey.
Okay.
So now, now she can't find a place, because now she created her own team for her son. And then they ended up, he ended up recruiting all these, it's called the Don't Bothers team.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't bother. Why?
They don't bother with these kids because they suck and everything.
Damn.
So now they bring these kids in, and Cheeks is coaching hockey, and then Emilio Estevez, he's like doesn't want to coach or anything because his love for hockey is gone.
It's gone, right?
But it's not really gone. He just doesn't want to deal with it because of what happened.
Okay.
So he ends up kind of like little by little, just starting to like implant things like the old Mighty Duck style, like bringing fun back to the thing.
Okay.
Winning is fun, and it's just, and then they brought back some of the old characters in one of the episodes, and it was like so cool to see all the original Ducks in the
All of them?
Yeah, all of them,
All the kids?
except for
Can
they
I
didn't bring Goldberg back.
Can I throw some shade?
Uh-oh.
Are you trying to say it's or Karate Kid? What's that show
I
called?
was just about to say that. Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
Cobra
it did
Kai
exactly like
rip-off?
Cobra Kai.
They're all doing it though.
Yeah.
All these old shows are doing this. Pretty smart though.
Yeah,
Because they're good. Well, I didn't get a chance to see Mighty Duck yet, but they're all good if you think about it. Cobra Kai's the truth.
yeah.
Cobra Kai is the truth.
This is it's not as good as it, but it's just brought back the fun of watching all these kids of being nobodies, becoming something, and it's like a good underdog story.
Nice.
I like it.
All
And you
right.
can catch it on Disney Plus.
Okay. King Kareem, what you got?
You guys are not gonna believe this, but there was one day I was home, and I'm like, you know what? I'm running out of shows. You know what I mean? And then like
Running out of
shows.
So many shows.
How do you run out of a show?
Ernest always gets that text from me, and he's like, "Yo," I'm like, "What are you watching, bro? I ran out of shows." Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know what? Let me try Good Girls on Netflix. So they went up to season 3.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, you know what? It's worth a shot. I heard about it, and guess what? It's one of those shows that just sucks you right in.
Dang.
Yeah, it pulls you right in. The characters, they label it as a comedy, drama, crime show.
So
Yeah.
the good girls doing crimes?
Well, I mean, it's a lot to it.
Okay.
There's like ethical dilemmas. There's like family issues. There's like funny parts to go along with it. It shows how how they're so like not prepared, but it's so funny at the same time, and it shows how smart they are at the same time. Some typical housewife women.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's about 3 women, 2 are sisters, and they're all trying to make ends meet in their marriages, and they run into this financial situations, and they was like, you know what? They just all decide to rob a store, and it just gets the ball rolling, and it's just nonstop rolling all the way to season 4 right now. It's still being recorded.
That's. When he told me about it, I was like, "Is it that good?" And he says, "It's awesome." And I'm just like, "Okay,
I think I gotta catch it now.
You really
I
gotta
got
catch
I gotta watch it now.
Because King Kareem, when he watched certain shows, and I'm like, "Oh no, I gotta watch it now because that's insane." And I was like, "The Good Girls."
And it's just called Good Girls. It's on NBC.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It came out in 2018, so it's pretty fresh.
NBC.
And like COVID stopped production for mid-season, season 4.
Obviously, yeah.
And they just hop right back into it. And like,
Good for them.
and like I said, I did not expect an NBC show to pull so well.
Well, NBC don't miss though.
I don't know. I mean, if it's not prime time or TBS or TNT, or they would have more leeway to get away with stuff versus like regular NBC.
Okay.
Oh,
You
so
know,
if it's like they're not throwing curses
Or
or having
times are
these
changing.
nude
Time
Time to change,
scenes.
so they're more.
Being more inclusive.
Yeah, they're more. The regular TV is more open now to do different things. So like I said, they have multiple characters in the show and multiple situations, and you're like, whoa, this is regular TV. And it's a good 45-minute show. Pulls you in for that 45 minutes.
Mhm.
And like I said, it every episode ends with a zinger. Like you would totally unexpected
Every time.
I know some people that they're predictable with shows. They're like,
Right.
but this one so far it hasn't been predictable for me.
How many episodes per season?
I think 10, but they're up to season 4 now.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Quick
so
watch,
it's
knock
still
it out.
fresh though. Yeah.
Right.
Knock it out. If anyone, just knock it out and get back to us. Let us know what you think on all these shows.
For real.
Man, that's season 3, right?
I think they're on season 4 now.
Going on season 4.
Yeah.
That's fresh. That's not bad at
We're
all.
working on season 4 at the same
The
time.
next question is, what is Ern B watching?
Man, well, you know me. If I'm not watching repeats of like superhero animation,
Yeah.
I'm tuned in, and I'm tuned in into Mayans MC. So you guys remember Sons of Anarchy?
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
Sons of
yeah.
Anarchy. Love it.
I didn't watch it, but I saw some of the episodes with him. He was obsessed with it.
Okay, so that show's still like legendary till this day. You could go back and watch the show and just be like, damn, this show's amazing. The writer who created it, Kurt Sutter, he created this show. So it's just a post Jax Teller situation. Okay. So they're in another part in California. And their situation is now this group are tied in with the cartel.
Oh.
So now it's just insane on top of insane. And they're a Hispanic based group too. So that's what makes it dope, because they give a chance to see what's going on in their motorcycle club.
Right.
How they're making their money, how they're making the ends meet, et cetera, So it's based around a young guy the actor's name is JD Pardo. His name on the show is Ezekiel Easy Reyes. So he was
Ezekiel.
Yeah, so they call him Easy. So he was basically supposed to be the golden boy, the kid who he's very, very smart.
The one who's supposed to take over the club later on.
No, not even like in life. Like he was supposed to be great in life. Like anything he wanted to be, because he's that smart. His IQ's out the wazoo. He could memorize things in a millisecond and lock it in. But unfortunately, he put himself in a bad situation, and now he got out of prison, and now he's kind of working with the feds.
Oh,
yeah.
He's infiltrating the club now.
Right.
Okay.
It's like a yes and no type thing, but it's something to watch because, God forbid if they find out, it's history.
Right.
But it's only 3 seasons, so it's really fresh.
Oh, so it's fresh then.
Yeah, it's fresh, and this show is crazy. Like when they said they're gonna work with the cartel to make things happen, I already knew it's going to be mayhem. And it's literally just that. It's mayhem. And it comes on FX.
So now, do they have some of the old Mayan members from the old show?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's what makes it good.
Yeah, all right, cool.
That's what makes it good.
I have to watch it now.
Oh, man.
I have to go back and watch Sons of Anarchy because I didn't really watch it.
I keep telling you.
I know. I keep missing it. And Breaking Bad, I know.
Look, you're a mom. You work. You got a husband, so your schedule is crazy. But when the moment it's not crazy.
I gotta binge.
When you have 3 hours to yourself, I don't know how it could happen.
Just do it.
You need to watch Sons of Anarchy. And then when you get a chance to start watching this show,
just hop over to mine.
You're going to be like,
what was I waiting for?
What the This show is mad, yo. It's mad, and he knows.
That's the power of the binge. Like, I know I got work in the morning, right? But the power of the binge has compelled me to stay up and finish Good Girls.
Yeah, I don't know who created that word binge, but they messed us all up.
Yeah, and I'm like, why can't I go to sleep? Like, forget my job, forget all my responsibilities, forget my sleep.
I love you, boo boo, but I got to do this.
Yeah, I can't talk right now because I'm watching the show.
Yeah.
And the whole world is closed off while you do this binge.
Yeah, don't talk to me. I'm in the zone. Don't talk to me.
And that's the power of the binge that people don't understand. Like, it could be a fire outside, and you're so pulled into this show.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Oh man!
Last 3 minutes. Let me just. I see the fire coming, but let me just get these last 3 minutes and then run out the house. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. It's real. It's real. And it's crazy because you miss stuff and then somebody tells you, are you serious? You never watched that show? Just try 2 episodes and see what happens to a show. And this is it.
Definitely.
All right, man. So I know there's so many things we want to talk about, and thank God we can do this every week, God willing, right? But there's one thing that we need to talk about that we're really proud of, that I'm proud of, if anything. Without Remorse is the movie with Michael B. Jordan. This kid, first and foremost, is amazing. I mean, he's been working for about, 16 years now in Hollywood. I don't know if you guys known, he got noticed when he did Fruitville.
Station.
Fruitville Station, right? And but people didn't know, and they really forget that he was on The Wire. A lot of people forget about that, right? He kind of was copping please, his character, like, please don't kill me. But he died. But anyway, he's a young guy who's doing it and he's living life. And this movie, Without Remorse, to me, was a great project to him. It was written by or created by Tom Clancy. He's a popular writer. He got tons of, Karim, help me out. He got a whole bunch of
books. Start stuff with books.
Yeah, Tom Clancy books. It's based on Tom Clancy series.
Okay, but he's done video games, right? They got the
video games are based on the books.
Based on the books, right? Okay, so let's take a deep dive in. So I like the movie, right? So on the information movie database, it got a 5.8. Metascore is 41, which is not too bad. So what are your takes on it? Steph, what do you think? How did you like it?
I enjoyed the movie. There were some parts that were a little slow, but again, that's every movie. Sometimes you just take a little bit of time and it builds up. But in the opening scene, I was actually taken back because it was like he was coming out of the water. He just emerged and he was just like, "Pah!" And I was like, "Oh!" And then it was just like, "Okay, I'm digging this movie."
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry about that.
No,
they'll be okay.
And it's been out long enough now.
Yeah,
Spoil
3 weeks. They're good.
Spoil that.
But what do you think, Dre?
I thought it was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
My only thing is, my only gripe with it is that
he always
the reviews
has a gripe for everything.
No. I loved it. My only gripe is that the reviews were kind of like low.
Okay.
And I felt like, I think we talked about this through text.
Right.
Where I felt like they over advertised this.
Okay.
And if it would have been whitewashed, if it would have been a white actor, I think it would have gotten like a better reviews.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about it. They advertised the crap out of this movie.
Okay.
Because in the book, he is a white guy.
Right.
The main character is Irish.
Right.
Irish American.
Right.
And when it comes, this is similar to Jack Ryan.
Mm.
They barely promoted Jack Ryan.
And it's a stud.
And it was like, hit.
Yeah.
Hit. Great reviews, everything.
I didn't think about that.
And
yeah, but the thing with Jack Ryan has the opportunity because it was a series. This was basically a movie. Like, imagine if this was a series. If it was broken into 8 parts, I think it still would have gotten the great reviews.
I think so too.
But based on the books, this does tie into Jack Ryan.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I read some more. Yeah, you're right.
It does.
Right.
And if you see the post credit, there's a post credit scene where they're supposed to form Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six,
right.
Yeah.
And then that's based on the game, Rainbow Six. He wants this. That's the name of the program.
Yeah.
The name of the division that's gonna come out.
Right. Right.
So it is terms to a sequel. But I just didn't like at the end. He looked very sophisticated. He had the glasses on.
You want him to look like a bum?
Trying to blend in.
Nah, I mean he got to be sharp to a degree because remember at the end it kind of cleared his name. But at the same time, he's dead. So it's like, well, still be presentable, but they don't know nobody knows who you are, So I think it's a good look. What do you think, King Karim?
I agree with Dre because the way this movie was promoted, you would think it would have been a Memorial Day blockbuster or July 4th. Everybody's home. This is what they need to go
like
see.
Like an Independence Day kind of thing.
Independence Day. True. And, when you get that feeling from a trailer, I'm not going to lie, it let me down.
Really?
But I mean, the movie, and that's the thing is, you can't put these trailers on a pedestal no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it did let me down a little bit when I watched it. There was some, now that I watched it on my new LG C1, it definitely
$2,500.
Definitely presented differently
in 4K.
And
I'm definitely sleeping over tonight.
Dolby
if
Vision.
possible.
In Dolby
For the
Vision.
TV, of course.
No, it definitely presented differently. And then the quality, it was filmed very nice. The special effects are really good.
Yeah.
It did have its slow parts to build the plot.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you can't promote a movie like that and then drop the ball per se. You know,
I can't say it dropped the ball.
No,
'cause
it ain't dropped the
right,
ball.
it was still
Yeah.
solid though. It wasn't. If you would have said the movie's not solid, then I'd be
No,
like,
the
yeah, it
movie's
wasn't
solid.
solid at
I
all.
recommend it. I recommend
It's
it.
solid.
You're telling me
I have another gripe, too.
you're telling me that scene in Germany
Mhm.
where he
Thank
was
you.
taking down shoot, pop, pop, pop. You're telling me that scene was not sick?
Okay, Jack
No.
Ryan did it also.
but like that when you
You're
promote
gonna destroy my man Michael B. Or Michael B. Jordan.
See, the thing
And
about
BJ, we got your back, fam.
I
It's
agree.
been done before.
Yeah, it's been done before. And then when you promote a movie to this extent,
Especially
you're
a Tom Clancy
expecting-
book.
especially a Tom Clancy book, you're expecting more. You're expecting better. You know, it's the feeling of when I get is like, should I have paid $22 for a movie ticket to watch this movie? If this was in the movies,
I would say yes.
would
I would
you
go.
do $22?
Like
I
those
would do it.
action scenes.
I would go.
I would do it.
I would go only because
How would you
I'm a
feel?
fan of Michael B. Jordan.
No, but how would you
Okay.
feel after
I
you
like
walked
him.
out the movie?
I would have been like, it could
Did
have
you
been
get your
better.
money's worth?
I felt like we got our money's worth. If I was in the movie watching the movie,
Mhm.
I felt like we did.
Oh, we did.
good.
We did. It
It's
was
because
good.
again,
It was good.
it's a solid movie. How many times we went to the movies and be like, man, I
trash.
wish this would have happened, but it was a solid movie.
Absolutely.
You know, compared to movies, we'd be like, is there any way I could get my money back? No, it's not possible.
I didn't want
'cause
all
this
my money
movie was
back.
bad.
I didn't want. all my,
you wanted
yeah,
some of it back.
Like $3?
And they go,
Nah.
like,
I didn't want all my money back.
Netflix
but,
monthly?
But yeah, the Netflix monthly. You know, but I do appreciate watching it at home.
Let me get the $12.99 back. I'll be
right,
good.
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't want all my money back, but I do appreciate watching it at home on my Amazon Prime subscription. Yeah.
On your TV, I get it.
Oh, wow. Well, shout out to Prime because they're catching up to Netflix super fast right
They
now.
are.
Shout out to the quality of Prime.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Prime is not playing games. Netflix, yeah, holla at me. I can make y'all better. You know what I mean? Just send me a check. Anyway, my thing is, at the end of the day, this movie was solid. I felt like it was at least around a 6.5, 6.8 than a 5.8. You know what I mean?
Your solid is different than my solid.
Yeah,
my,
yeah,
my,
yeah.
Oh, mine's like a solid 7. You know?
Like I said, okay, solid 7, right?
My solid is an 8.
Solid 8.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Well, I'm so confused.
Dude, what?
So confused.
You just said you wanted money back for an 8 movie.
No. If I give a solid, it would be an 8. Like that would be my rating, but not this movie. This movie would give.
What are you talking about?
No, like,
then?
if it was like a solid 8, then I'll be okay. You know what I mean? No money back. Watching the movie theater.
Oh, wait, I'm so confused. Is he saying that this movie was an 8?
No,
or he
no,
was
I don't
wishing
know
that
now.
it was an 8?
That 6.5 is low for me.
Okay, so what? Okay,
Okay,
what do you give this movie?
What do you
5
give
is
the
like
movie?
borderline trash, bro.
Yeah, 5, yeah, 6.5 is low for me.
What do you
yeah.
give this movie?
What do you give
I give it a
this movie?
7. I give it a 7.
I give it a 6.5.
Okay,
Yeah.
6.5.
Yeah,
But that's still a solid
But that's
movie.
still a good.
Nah.
No, that's still a solid movie, guys.
A solid movie is an 8 or higher for me. Yeah.
Listen,
I give it about a 7.
my other thing about Michael B.
Oh,
Jordan,
yeah, what's your gripe?
he plays the same characters in almost every movie, bro.
Just like a lot of actors, a lot of action
Well,
actors.
Yeah, but then there's other actors that, Michael B. Jordan he's a very serious actor, yes.
Mhm.
You know, Fruitvale Station.
You're looking for versatility right now.
versatility, yeah.
Okay.
So what kind of movie would you like to see him in?
Him being angry was like me watching Creed right now.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I can see
same,
that.
same style.
Mhm. Yeah.
He's angry,
Right.
same thing. Same thing with Wakanda. He was angry. You know, he's playing
Killed
the
his
angry
father,
role.
killed his wife.
Yeah, you know, so
you gotta
he's-
be angry.
Yeah, you know,
Eventually.
so like his face doesn't change. His
Okay, but let me
expression.
ask you a stupid. Wouldn't you be mad if they killed Joe's pregnant wife?
No, but he's looking for versatility. Like, you know,
I'm talking about.
Like-
That's
He
Yeah.
plays the same role in
same role.
every movie.
okay. I know.
like I'll give an example for Andreas.
Okay.
We'll say John Wick. What's Keanu
Keanu
Reeves? He can go from Keanu Reeves to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Exactly.
And it doesn't.
Let me stop you.
it doesn't
Let me
feel-
stop
it
you.
doesn't
Was
feel
that was that movie fantastic? Was that movie excellent?
Bill and Ted. It
Yeah.
was
It was.
Yeah.
What would you rate that movie?
Bill and Ted back in the day was an 8.
No.
Jeez
I'm talking about
Louise.
now.
Well, I didn't
the
see the new
remake.
one. I didn't see the new one.
Okay then. So you're mean to tell me like if you were to see the remake and you saw it and it was like, oh yeah, this is a solid 8. No, it wasn't.
Did you see it?
Yeah, trash.
No,
And I love Keanu Reeves.
no, but we're saying the versatility of the character of the actor.
Of the acting.
He can go from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure to John Wick bodying dudes in a heartbeat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So
but
we're waiting for that.
but
We're
not
waiting for
everybody-
that from Michael B. Jordan.
That's
yeah.
what exactly. We're waiting for.
Exactly.
He's 30 years old.
He's young.
He's
That's fine. That's
yeah, but
fine.
here's the other thing.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the movie. I love those action movies. This is fucking awesome.
So you gotta pick a
Andreas
side.
wants to see him in a musical.
That's what he wants.
My only letdown was that they overhyped it. If they didn't promote it as much, we would have been like, yo.
Okay, explain how did they overhype it? Because here's
there
the thing.
There was commercials.
Where
all
though?
over Amazon.
It was all over.
Okay, so
posters and banners everywhere.
if you're
shirt off.
If you are watching, if you're a fan of Amazon and you're watching Amazon, they're gonna promote it the crap out of there. Were they promoting it anywhere else?
Nah, yeah,
other than Amazon,
YouTube and everything. Yeah.
Where else? YouTube,
Facebook, Instagram.
I saw it on buses.
Oh yeah, a lot of social media.
Outside, billboards everywhere.
Okay, but don't they do that for
every
movie?
No. Not for Jack Ryan.
No, I didn't.
It's a show, my man.
No, Jack Ryan was a movie first. Yeah,
the first one was a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about with Young Boy? Oh yeah.
With Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise? No, it's not.
Yes, it was.
Jack Ryan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise played the original Jack Ryan.
Ryan, yeah.
Then they made it into a series.
Then it made it to a series.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
know
John
that?
Krasinski
Not to be confused with Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the
Right,
thing.
that's exactly what I was
you
saying.
keep saying that Michael B. Jordan keeps playing the same character, but he only played. This is only his second time playing a Navy SEAL.
Mm-hmm.
This is like
we're not talking about Navy SEAL. We're talking about overall angry.
Mad at the world, out for revenge.
Wrong actor. It's
Which one?
Chris Pine.
No,
who played Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. That's the movie.
No, but that's part 2. There's a part.
There's another Jack
There's
Ryan out
another
there?
Jack Ryan
With Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I've never saw it then. Forgive me, Thomas. I've seen all your work.
I seen all your
even the ones that got like a 3.8. And I've never knew you did a Jack Ryan movie.
Even the ones that got 3.8.
Oh yeah, I know what movie I'm talking about. We'll talk about that another time, but I'll tell you off, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that joint was horrible." But again, the legendary Thomas, he's good. But yeah, so Ansel King Room confused me a lot, but I think at the end of the day, this movie's solid. Again, me and Steph agreed that scene in Germany was everything.
It was everything.
It was like 16 minutes long of like, I don't know if they're gonna make it or not.
I thought my dude was legit dead. I was like, he's not making it. But then I'm like, he's the main character. How is he gonna move forward? You know, that's always the suspense that they have. But I'm like, yo, he's not gonna die. He's not gonna die. And then I was like, he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
But foreshadowing, because he says we all have to make it.
That's right.
And I said, oh, okay, you're not gonna die.
My question, when it comes to predictability in a movie, when it starts to get predictable, it drops the rating.
Stop it.
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I agree with him.
Stop
to
it.
a degree, it's like
you already know it's predictable because it's Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy is a well-renowned author. You're gonna know the direction that he's in. It's the same thing if you're gonna talk about Zack Snyder.
Right.
You know my man is gonna come blazing. Same thing with Transformers. The director from there. They have a specific style.
We have a correction.
You know.
The original Jack Ryan series movies, The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, Clear Present Danger, and The Sum of All Fears.
Oh, okay.
So, what's the name? Harrison Ford.
Hey, Jack Ryan was
Jack. They were the main characters.
Oh, they were Jack Ryan in those movies all this time?
Yeah. They all based
we
on
were so young though, so I didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know about that.
That was moving with my grandparents. You know, just put it on and I watch the action scenes. You know,
Sean Connery, rest in
Ryan
peace.
did play Jack Ryan,
right?
In the Shadow Recruit. Yep.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. But I mean, overall, you know, he's gonna have works for like decades, you know, coming up. But again, you know, before we leave this segment, like I said, I think this movie's a good 7. I think if I would have went to the movies and watched it, I would have been satisfied.
Of course.
Steph, what do you think?
I would have been sad. I would have given it a solid 7. Again, it was slow at some parts, but then it needed it to understand and have a full circle moment. So that for
I
me,
would expected
definitely.
some free popcorn.
Wow.
No, I gotta get to I don't
Free pretzel bites.
With the cinnamon? What do you think? You said you gave it an 8 though, right?
I gave it a solid 8, yeah.
So
I can't, only because I'm a fan of the game.
Right.
I can't wait to see how they tie
the
Rainbow Las Vegas, Rainbow Six Las Vegas, how they tie into that. So it should be good.
And just to let y'all know, that's going to be the final installment for Michael B. Jordan. It's only those 2 when I was reading about it
online.
So it's only going to be those 2.
Another reason Amazon is going into gaming also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're coming out with their own gaming platform.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Amazon.
Trash.
Right?
Trash.
No.
How is it trash
Why are
already?
you don't even
Google did it with theirs.
He's not even giving anything a chance.
Yeah,
Google did it with Stadia, and it's trash.
Oh,
Sorry.
what's that?
Oh,
Another gaming
yeah, that's
platform.
why it was trash because we don't know about it. There we go.
Stadia.
I only knew because of him, and
I thought it was like a low-fat sugar or something.
No, like the
no, that's
Stadia.
Stevia.
Stadia. Oh, that's Stadia.
Stadia is supposed to be online based, everything running on the cloud.
Yeah, I remember.
So
on
you
the
can
cloud.
access all your games through mobile,
Yeah, that didn't
desktop, whatever, and just grab a controller and start
it
playing.
was the Quibi
Yeah, the
Quibi.
Quibi
It was the
of video
Quibi.
game industry.
video game.
Wow.
So I got my free popcorn.
Oh, this guy.
Ernest pays extra.
Just put extra butter on his stuff.
Steph pays extra.
Oh, well,
man.
I don't pay. My man pays for me, so it's all right.
So
King Kareem gets extra salt because he's salty right now.
No, you salty because you don't like this
No, wait a
movie.
minute. I give it an 8.
He gave it an 8. He gave it an 8.
All right, all right.
like
six. I get a 6.5.
He
But
went. All I know is from this segment, he went from 6 to 8 to 6.5 to 8 to
I don't
6
know
again to
anymore.
8 to 6.5
I'm so
to 8
confused.
to 6.5 and free
That's the
popcorn.
average. That's the
popcorn
average.
So we just not gonna sugarcoat it. We're gonna talk about Invincible.
Ooh.
Information Movie Database. It gives it an 8.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomato gives it a 98. What is it? 98%.
98%, bro.
I think it should be like a 98 here too on Information Movie Database. So this movie is basically about a superhero who's not really a superhero. He's really awful, and I would say human being, but he's not a human being. He's some guy from another planet who goes to other planets to destroy them until he came to Earth. As always, everybody comes to Earth and say, "Ooh, I see shorty that I like." Right? Then has a child, and then he remembers his mission. Like, oh, I got to destroy Earth. All right, let me get back to it.
Yeah, 18 years later.
18 years later. Oh, I was supposed to do something. All right, gotcha.
That was on the agenda, but I got sidetracked.
Unbelievable, man. So this show is awesome, and it's on. Steph, help me out. Based on a graphic novel. Who wrote it again?
Robert Kirkman,
Robert Kirkman
Yeah.
So-
shout out to Big Rob. yo.
creator of Walking Dead.
of Walking Dead.
Now
See?
it makes sense
Makes sense.
now.
Makes
it's
sense.
easy.
Makes
it's easy
sense.
to watch, right?
Dude, it was awesome. At first, I was skeptical. I was like, this is awesome. That first episode, when he was like just bodying everybody in the headquarters,
Yeah.
yo.
No, that's insane, bro.
It drew me in.
Here's what I have to say about that. I am not a fan of animation in terms of adult themed.
Okay.
Right.
First time really diving in. For me it was a first time. I never did it before.
Mhm.
I was pleasantly surprised. I was blown away.
Yo, we got one, y'all.
Blown away.
Really?
Blown away.
Who told you about it?
It was
I did.
Oh, okay.
No, but who told you about it?
Oh, Ansar told me
Ansar
about it.
told us
Excuse me.
Who told you about it?
King Kareem told me
Who
about
told
it.
you about
Who
it?
told you about it?
Nobody.
What?
I was in one of those modes. Listen to me. Listen. It was one of those nights where I needed something to binge.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
In the chat, I didn't scream out watching
No, but he was trying to like before you posted it. He's been trying to get me to watch it for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks before that.
Before that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to watch this crap.
Yeah, they're like best friends. It's hard to believe them. It's really
Yeah, I
hard to
know.
believe that because just to throw me out the window.
I thought
Unbelievable.
Ern was the one that kind of told you about it.
No.
I honestly thought that
Kareem
too.
told
I
me,
thought
he
so
texted
too.
me when he watched it the first episode. He's like, you got to watch Invincible. I was like, nah, I'll give it a try, whatever, later on.
No, it was
the first episode. I watched the first episode because they gave it every week, and I told you guys about it when the first episode came out.
No, I don't know.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember
they
that.
don't remember that
Yeah.
story. So
I'll never get my respect, Father.
No, it was one of those nights. I came home from work and it was I was alone and it was quiet and I was like, I needed something to watch.
Just one of those days.
One of those days.
And I couldn't
Where I
find.
wanna
And I
be,
was in.
I
And I couldn't. I was like, something is.
You was
gotta-
angry inside. You was angry
I
inside.
was just like, I didn't have the TV yet, so it wasn't a big deal. But I was like, I'm gonna find something to watch. I need, and I tell you, it's just that's why I'm glad we have this group chat and we share our shows together And I was like, you know what?
And you didn't see me at all saying sports.
No, I remember.
He just said we have a group chat, we share our show, but he didn't see Ern saying this is where me and Answer have our moments where I don't see Answer for like months, and I'd be like, yo, hey, everything good? But he saw the group chat, but didn't see me say, yo, you need to watch Invincible off the first episode.
So I watched Invincible. And I was just, and I'm not gonna lie, I label it. This is not like that. If the secret is to finish the first episode of any show. Try to finish it.
Of course.
And it didn't pull me in. I was like, I was about to cut it off, and I was about to change it, and it just exploded. Like the show.
Oh, it shifted.
It just took off.
Brother. Absolutely.
From 0 to 100, real quick,
brother.
And I was dumbfounded by the writing, the acting, and the music. It's not
interesting you say that, the music, huh?
Yeah, and it's just really, really. It pulls and like I said, there was no predictability when it pulled me into it. I thought it was a ripoff of other cartoon shows. I thought they were trying to mock other cartoon shows, but then it just changes. And when you least expect it, it just changes. I didn't even know I went to the second episode. It just kept going and going and going and just continued. And I was like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Andreas?
Yeah, sleep is not coming tonight.
Yeah, I was like, please watch Invincible. Please watch Invincible.
And the composer is John Pisano. He's probably worked in like 1,000,001 things.
Yeah, but it had other like hip hop songs.
Penny Dreadful and all of that. So he's a beast of a composer. He's part of the music department that dealt with the music.
Yeah, but the thing for me was that I'm guilty of not being not watching that type of genre. It threw me off. Like it was brutal. Like they were very gruesome.
Yeah.
The scenes, and they cursed. I'm not used to seeing like cartoons curse. That's new. I was completely thrown off. I was like, they did not just do that.
Yeah, they
did.
The
train scene.
Oh, that was my favorite scene.
The train scene.
That was my favorite scene.
I was in tears. I was like, yo, they did not just happen.
That was so disrespectful.
Just hold
That was disrespectful.
By his own dad, bro.
He said, you love this world so much. You love this earth. Look what happened.
Oh my
Everybody was splitting apart. And then he's just like, come on, dad.
Just taking it, bro.
Yo, son, that was so disrespectful, yo, to Earthlings.
So many levels.
I ain't gonna lie. The moment when it was real for me though is when he called his own wife a pet.
Yeah.
I was like,
God forbid you say something like that to me.
You're my pet, babe.
He's not talking to me, guys. She's not talking to me.
Forbid.
She's like, how dare you? She started crying. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
But she was powerless to begin with. I mean, she's a human. You can't.
She was a pet.
What's she gonna do?
Pets are powerless.
She ain't a pet.
Well, I don't know, man. She had good buns for 18 years. She wasn't that powerless. Something snapped to say, I can't enjoy my pet no more. I got to do something here. What was it again? Oh, destroy the world and go to another world and do it again. That's real. 18 years you completely forgot? Completely? To destroy
Earth? Came on a mission.
Not destroy, to control it, right? Like, did they take away, she says they take out the weak everywhere they go.
And only the strong survive.
Right, only the strong survive.
And the strong joins them.
Right, and it moves a certain way now.
Yeah.
Which is still stupid regardless. It just makes no sense. But this show, man, oh my God, yo. I don't know what else to say about this show. Sandra Oh is amazing. J.K. Simmons is my guy.
Love him.
He's my guy. On everything he does, from the Oz. Like, everything he does, yo, he's amazing in, yo.
Yep. And Stephen Ewan, which is the son.
Right.
Mark Grayson, he plays Glenn in The Walking Dead.
Right. I mean, brother, this show is amazing. It's put it this way.
Mark Hamill.
Zachary Quinto is the robot.
What about Mark?
He's in it.
What do you play?
Mark Hamill is the costume. The guy.
That's not enough for Mark Hamill. He's a legend.
He doesn't need to be. I mean, he just needs to be in it.
The Joker, crying out loud, animated.
Know, right?
Like, he's like the voice of all voices to me.
Right, then you also have John Hamm.
John Hamm's in there.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's part.
Seth Rogen's hilarious.
He's so funny.
Who played the gay kid?
No, he played the alien.
No, he remember
he
that
does?
The
alien that
defender.
he was supposed to beat up at. He was supposed to have some kind of confrontation, but then
Like, wait,
they met on.
This ain't Earth.
Yeah,
no, this is Earth, man.
They met on the moon, right?
Oh my god, it was so hilarious! And hearing his voice, I'm like, he sounded familiar. I was like, is that Seth Rogen? And I was
Yeah.
thinking,
That is funny. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is hilarious when you think about it, man. But look how many, he's taking over the world. Jeffrey Donovan, he plays Machine Head.
Oh,
This guy, now, these are one of the actors that you have to say to yourself, like what movies has he been in? But he's played a lot of shows, right? I'm gonna bring you up.
I think that's a Digimon Hansu.
he's been in Burn Notice.
Walter Goggins.
He's been in,
He's in Wrath Man too. Wrath Man with Jason Stratham. Stratham, excuse me. I don't know if I said his name.
Ezra Miller's in it too.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in
Oh,
DA.
I gotta watch this
DA.
movie. I gotta watch. Oh, yeah.
In the show, yeah.
Yeah, but he's done so many voices in Wonder Woman too as well. He played Steve Trevor. He played in so many.
Didn't he voice Flash also in one of the animated shows?
He probably
Ezra
did.
Miller?
Yeah.
Ezra Miller. Yeah. I think he started doing voiceovers too,
first,
by the way. But again, this show, man, has so many people.
has so much star
You
power
have so
in
many
here.
people locked in to be like, I want to do this. That's not easy, yo, because there are people who are doing other big movies, and I'm like, well, I'll do
this was
it,
a
but-
hit, bro. This was a hit.
Okay,
And on top of that, like the whole fact that I'm loving, I think same thing. We talk about this to text today.
right.
I love the fact that, when you see Marvel movie or a series or like DC, you see all the fun, good stuff of a superhero. You see all the good stuff that a superhero does, right?
Right.
You don't see their everyday lives.
Even
Right,
the bad, even the bad of those shows are they're not so bad at all.
Yeah,
right.
But this shows how bad it can be.
Yeah. So
Right.
everyone's going through like an issue.
Right. And he played in Stephen Donovan. He played in Burn Noticed.
Okay.
And that show was a hit for like 7 seasons.
Yeah, but
7, 8
you're
seasons.
talking about how these superheroes, they're not human. Why would they have human problems?
Right,
Right.
but we
Right?
don't see that.
True.
But that's the trend now. The boys is the same thing. They all have issues. They have like a drug problem and all this stuff.
No, he's right. Absolutely.
Now
that's what
we
makes
have
the
the
show.
boys.
Yeah.
Then we know now we also have a Jupiter Legacy now. We'll
Right.
talk about next week. Like
Right.
like same issues. All these
Right.
issues are
Dad issues, right?
Yeah, all these dad issues
in the
and
honest
yeah,
way.
yeah.
Literally, daughter and son has dad issues mostly with these shows right now.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
I got an issue with my dad. He's never around. He's busy saving the world.
Yeah, but do you
The
think
only
that's
superhero I know that had like dad issues was Batman. He wasn't even a real superhero. He was a billionaire.
Like, come on, man! Don't disrespect Batman like that, man.
Yo, that's so wrong.
disrespectful,
That's so
yo.
wrong.
He knows how to beat Superman if he wanted to.
There was a meme that said
Alfred, just
Batman
Batman Green Bullet.
the meme said Batman is a delusional kid, like fighting invisible people with his money.
Oh.
That's so mean. That's so
How many
disrespectful.
times he saved Earth literally in the comic books and stuff like
I
that in
don't know,
Justice
dude.
League? That's still not enough. Well, can you fly?
Right? Or can you fly?
I saved the
can fly a
world, but
plane.
can you fly?
No. But like he said, we take it from the movies, and he said, well, "What's your superpower?" He's like, "Oh, I'm rich."
Yeah. He kept it 100.
Kept it 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, this show
I love
is
it,
just
love
something amazing. It's something amazing. It's one of those shows, that's what I was going to say. It's one of those shows where you needed to make them say, hey, I need 16 per season if you don't mind. Because what they gave us, 8?
Yeah,
And I was pissed. I was like,
so short, man.
I was over here like, they better be like, we're taking a 2-week layoff so they could come back like Superman and Lois did last week.
Yeah.
But no, it's 8 per. And I was over here. Oh my God, I was pissed
Well,
off, yo.
think about it. Now there's an opportunity to continue with those seasons, whether if it's 8 episodes or 10 or 20. There's a demand for it now.
Oh no, there's a big demand for it.
I mean, either way, they come out winning. If it's only 8 episodes per season, they still end up winning.
Yeah, but we need 16.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
No, he's trying to get his prime money worth.
Money worth.
Make sure to do a
How much-
Prime Network episode
Hold on,
like
how much is
22.
Prime? How much is Prime?
$6.99
I
if
know
you
King
are a
Karan.
student.
Oh, see?
If you're a student, I'm a student, so I get
Where's my
$6.99.
2001 ID? Look, man, this show is amazing. We're going to go around the table. I give it a 10. I'm going to just go with a 10, man.
Yo, 10 here, same.
I'll go 9.5
Why?
because it didn't give enough episodes there.
That's what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I give it a 9.5 too. Oh, well, hold on.
He's thinking.
Hold
No, 10. No, I don't give it a 10.
Oh, God.
There's nothing in 10 in
Please
life.
let him say 10.8.
There's nothing. No, no. I haven't met the 10 yet. You know what I mean? But I'll give it a solid 8. That's a good show.
He's giving. Wait a minute. He gave Without Remorse a solid 8.
Listen,
No. I give solid a 6.
It's all right. Only pets give out 8.
Only pets give out 8. That's hilarious.
I give it an 8.
What do you give it, Andres? What do you give it?
I give it a 10.
Give it 10.
It's up there. Creativity.
Season 2.
You know,
Can't
but
wait, yo.
my only gripe is that they compare.
Oh, another gripe.
They're comparing him to what's the name from? They're comparing him to what's the name from The Boys. What's the name?
You said from The Voice?
The Boys.
Oh, The Boys.
Oh, okay. I can
Captain
see it.
Homelander.
I can see it to a degree,
being
but
ruthless and stuff like that.
yeah, but where's he from though? He's from Earth.
Yeah, Homelander's from
the
Earth.
boy. Yeah, they just ejected him with something.
Yeah. That's the whole premise of that.
To a degree, I get it.
He's like
They're comparing like the whole like being ruthless, not giving a fuck, not caring. You know, like again those type of vibes.
Love it.
Like they paraphrased the boy's story and made this story into it a little bit. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Into an animation.
But
So
that's
yeah.
But
So
there's so much you could do.
that's why I give it the 8, kind of.
Because you gotta remember, you know, you got Marvel and DC, you got the mainstream superheroes with the emblems and everything. So now you really can't use those anything. You know, she had to give the guy a red cape, no yellow thing.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Right.
It's like subliminal characters of these superhero shows.
Art imitating art.
Of course, yeah.
It's gonna happen always. It's like, go ahead, Steph. Go ahead.
No, it's the highest form of
Flattery?
Flattery.
Of course.
You know, but here's my question to you, right? You guys mentioned before that Without Remorse was a recipe of a story that's been done before, but yet this story was successful. Why is it different?
I think because the graphic of an animation.
Yeah.
Now, what's happening is, shout out to the Japanese folks, man. I'm telling you,
Doing their thing.
They started this graphic to a degree
the anime
with the
stuff,
animes, man. Because sometimes there's certain
I've never seen it. This is
my
new
God.
to me.
I'll send you some. There's certain to a degree you just be like, man, what the Japanese folks be thinking over there, bro? It's a little too much. But now
these guys are
used to
American.
it. No, that's what I'm saying. But they get it. They're getting it from somewhere.
They're getting it. Yeah.
They're getting it from somewhere.
So you're saying we're trying to catch
art
up
imitates
with
art.
the Japanese?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But the Japanese folks, they set the bar.
Of course.
They started it, and now
all those mangas, man.
look at us now. Like, we're over here looking at this show. Like you said, episode 1, the last 2 minutes, I was over here
Killed
like, what? I promise you, I thought he was hypnotized.
I was like, kids out the room.
I thought that too. I thought that it was something that he was being mind controlled, and I was
Mind
like,
controlled,
"Oh no,
yo.
please!" And then
Oh
come
my
to
God,
realize
It was all him. It was all him.
But you know what the reality of it was so dope about it? He was too tired to run. It don't matter how super he was. He fought other supers, 6 of them. He physically couldn't run to be like, let me get out of here. He said, oh, douche, fell on the floor. And it was like, so what happened? Like, he's here still? The killer? Like, okay, I guess he got hypnotized. I guess something happened to him to be like, oh, I get it. No. I planned this. I was just too tired to run because I fought 6 of these motherfuckers and they're a beast. You know what I mean? Together.
I thought the direction was going to go is that since his son didn't have the powers yet, and because his son was starting to get his powers, I thought he was starting to lose his powers. And then he started going crazy a little bit, and then but it didn't happen that way. That was just what I was thinking.
That's interesting.
This is what I meant with the predictability. Like, I didn't predict that happening.
No,
at all. Like,
not at all. I mean? Right.
You know, even like we said, it might have stole some bits and pieces from the boys, but I didn't predict it at all.
Right.
I mean, I didn't predict the story going that direction.
And just talking about being unpredictable is similar to Game of Thrones. Like, towards the end, we was trying to figure out how was the girl gonna kill the ice guy. Like, she got caught in midair. We're like, oh shoot, everybody's gonna be ice now.
Everybody's done.
When she flipped the knife to the other hand, and I said,
got him in the gut.
I didn't see that coming. Being unpredictable with shows is amazing.
Love it.
It's important. You know, Aiken Karim's right. Like, you have to do this.
Right.
Mandatory.
You want
know
that
what I mean?
solid 9, that solid 8.
But the thing is that there's still a formula that they follow.
Right.
Even though it might be predictable, in that sense. There is a successful formula that they are following.
Right.
Again, your life is imitating art. You have all these different kind of storylines that are intertwining. You know, he's trying to get his powers and his dad is trying to teach him how to do better. And then he has to worry about his wife and everything is just intermingling, which made it more successful. I don't know. But that type of formula, you're going to know that something's going to happen.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
You're going to know. So you can't just say, oh, it only worked because of, it wasn't predictable. Nothing in anime for me, I've never seen it. This is my first experience, and I'm kind of glad that this was like kind of the first one I've seen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait till we watch Castlevania.
So I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
What am I waiting? Like, what was I waiting for? Where have I been?
And you know what's amazing about it for you? You could binge watch it because it's done now.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's officially done.
Oh, that's what you were telling me.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
You're gonna be like, yeah, watch the kids, boo. I'm gonna watch
I'm in
this
my
shit
room
for
right now. Don't
I'm gonna
disturb
watch
me.
this for like the whole weekend. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just amazing. And one thing we didn't see, right, within the show, like every movie we watch, right, animation, whatever,
Right.
you 9 times out of 10 or 9.9 times out of 10, you see the superhero just do his thing, like superhero kicking butt. You know, next
home.
episode, right?
Right.
Fight a little bit. No, that kid was getting his whooped like a lot of
yeah.
times.
He was getting his
you know?
ass
he's getting-
handed to
I
him.
was like, oh shoot, I think he's dead. There was one episode I was like, the lion, Mad Lion just handed his ass and said,
Yo.
this earth is weak. Like, I gotta go. Like, I was like,
He wasn't worthy enough.
and the father was over there looking like, getting his ass whooped. I gotta go. That's my son, y'all. This is my son.
kept thinking the whole time, that's the cowardly lion from Wizard of Oz. He's kicking his butt. I was like, oh my God.
I thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna be more in the show. You know, like
Right.
they're gonna show the lion again.
They left it open.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's coming back. He's coming back.
But I thought he was gonna be one of those that they get to help fight.
Okay.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But they didn't even call him back.
Did you
Right.
predict the Stone character being the villain at the end?
The Stone character?
The guy that he was helping to take over the
I saw it coming.
You saw it coming?
Absolutely. I did.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
The Stone character, he became the villain. He
And you
took
know
it-
why?
Why?
Because of him. Because he has this thing. He's like, yo, Steph, this is what's going to happen. And
I usually figure it out right
and
away.
he usually
Really?
figured, yes.
I did
and
not
it's
know that.
so
What-
annoying.
That's
was
amazing.
What was
He
the
does
giveaway?
it all the time, though. He kills me all the time.
Good stuff, bro.
He does it
Good
to me
stuff.
all the time. And
But how did you see it though? How did you see it?
I'm trying to remember the part, but I don't remember it right now.
I know that there was that one episode where he kept on saying, like, Steph, yo, this is all too good. He's going to be the one. He's going to take over. And this is going to end up going like it's going to be only for him. And I was just like, nah, that's going to happen. And what happened is exactly what happened.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Oh, he saw
I was
it.
over here like, because again, I was here saying, oh, young boy's getting
No.
tortured. Then now you pointed out, if you knew about it, I guess it was trying to kill him, get him out the way.
Out of the way.
Yeah.
Which was almost genius. Like, well, he's done. The father, we don't know if he's going to avenge him. We don't know what's going to happen because he was there.
Right.
He could have swooped in and handled business, but
Nope.
he just, and then the black guy bought his wife, his baby moms, and then
And that was it.
this is us.
He saw it
Wait,
coming.
what?
Yeah.
Like you created this whole movement? The
Yeah.
dude said, great idea, boss. I was over here like, good stuff.
Yeah.
That was amazing, yo.
He saw
I didn't see it coming.
He saw it coming. It
Didn't
was
see it
annoying.
coming.
It was
I didn't see
annoying.
it coming. I didn't see it coming.
Unpredictability, well written.
And that's the show.
Yeah, that's the show.
That's the show. I mean, and you have to, like Ken Karim said, watch the whole thing. Don't,
Watch till the
don't
end.
let it go black for 2 seconds and you be like, oh, that's it. Watch the
Give it a
whole thing.
chance.
Because
Give it a chance.
that episode 1 was amazing. So again, I give it a 9.5. I agree with Steph. We need 16 episodes. Dre,
Mac 10.
King Karim.
A solid 8.
Oh my God, yeah.
Still with the A's.
Only God could say, son, give it a 10.
You want me to give it the golden ticket? Like, I don't understand. Like,
I mean, at least a 9.
I'm waiting to see what earns your 10.
not,
I want. There's not one movie that's even close,
Is there nothing out there?
There's
Anything
nothing
to
out
be like,
there.
yo, this might be like at least a 9.8.
or something you've seen in the
Nothing,
past,
bro.
I'm going to get it to you. We'll save it for the next episode.
Okay.
Ansar's 10.
Okay.
You think it'd be a
A10,
top
I like
10,
that. I
right?
actually like
It'll
that.
be no
A10.
top. It's no top 10. It'll just be one movie.
It'll be one movie.
Yeah, he's gonna keep us in suspense for one freaking
Like
movie,
Forrest Gump.
and then we might not think it's trash.
Exactly.
But yo, Forrest Gump was a great movie.
It was a great Tom Hanks, the great.
that's what
That movie was awesome, man. And this segment, we were talking about previews. So, Steph, we'll start with you.
So, what is 20 Talk looking forward to? So, for me, I'm looking forward to the Internals. The new trailer just came out yesterday. We have some major players in there. We have Angelina Jolie that popped up right away for me.
Easy.
And also the other character from Game of Thrones. Oh my goodness, I forgot the gentleman's name.
So many of them now.
There's just so many of them, but I'm looking forward to the Internals. That's something I'm definitely looking forward to. What about you, Dre? What are you looking forward to?
That's all you got?
No, but we got Fast and the Furious coming out soon. Fast 9. And we'll see what happens with that one.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I stopped watching after like 4 or 5.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but
Why you just stopped
I
watching
felt like
it?
it got
Good.
too crazy, bro. I just felt like it got too.
Nah, give it a chance.
It took away from.
Yeah, that's coming from
Well,
King Karim. That he's telling us to take a
coming
chance.
Well, not for nothing.
And he's giving without remorse sixes
no.
over here.
Like,
Don't listen to him.
when we start,
Give it a chance. I gave everything a chance. I watched it. Give it a chance.
I grew up.
What do you give God out of 1 to 10, Karim? Give him a 9.2.
Give him a 1.
You don't give God 5.
I'm going to give him a 1.
Forgive him, Father.
He means well.
I gave him a chance.
Give him a chance. Father, we were just kidding, by the way. Like, we're just complete jokes.
JK.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
The series just, I felt like it went a whole different direction. It took all the way from the whole element. Because, all my friends and I, we grew up street racing also.
Oh, okay.
So
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, it's a whole different story, but it kind of like took
By
away
the way.
from that and it went into some whole other tangent. Like, what is this? But some people do love the series, but
Yeah.
I stopped watching after like 4.
Yeah, I stopped. I'm guilty of that too. I kind of stopped watching it after 4.
I've always said that I wanted to rewatch all of them, but
I'll be willing to sit down and watch them all with you.
we could do it.
And we're ready to do it then.
I mean, it's all of them is good, yo.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for me to stop. I never stop. Tokyo Drift was one of actually my favorite.
Was it?
How they did- with the car.
That was like the worst one.
I thought that was the worst one.
The second one.
The actor, to me, the lead
Little Bow
actor
Wow?
was. Yeah, shout out to Bow Wow. He a grown man. Ain't no more
Bow
little
Wow,
in the
no
front.
little.
No little bow.
No,
in
I
front of
forgot
it.
the name of the actor, but the leading actor, he wasn't one of my favorite actors to watch in the movie. But
Yeah.
the way the cars drifted, that was dope. I was over here like, and they do that for
Oh, I
real.
agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
of course.
Oh, I agree.
How? Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
That movie was dope.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Shout out to Fast 9. And like I said, it's a nostalgia thing now. It's because 9 movies. It's part of your childhood upbringing, and it's like it's a tradition to watch it now.
Yeah.
So it's at number 9, but guess what? I watched all 8. Now I have to watch 9. What I mean? It's definitely a tradition, family tradition.
You sound obligated, though.
Yeah.
You say you sound obligated.
Yeah, just like
I
those
do feel
family
that way.
barbecues that you don't want to go to, but yet you show up. Yeah, I get
but
it.
I do
I'm
feel
gonna
that-
eat. So
I
there we
feel that
go.
way about certain movies. I said, you know what? The Matrix 3, I had to finish it.
Don't do it.
No, I said same thing about Lord of the Rings. The part 3, you had to finish it. Terminator 2, the Terminator is like,
No.
You got to finish them.
Well, that's
see?
where I stopped.
You see?
I stopped there after the Terminator 2.
No, Terminator. What?
No, they're all good.
Terminator's good.
They're good, bro. They're
I'll
good.
watch
The last one, Dark Fate. Yo, sick.
Yo,
Really?
so-
With Linda
Yeah.
Hamilton coming back, I saw the first hour and I was just like,
It's nostalgia.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Been watching it the other night.
Really?
yeah, it was good.
I was like, yo,
let's
I
watch
have to-
this.
I have to finish watching it, but I watched the first hour.
Oh, wow.
We were
See
like-
action scenes are like, okay,
it's
good.
the-
Hold on. Concentrate. Hold on. we went to so many movies so fast
No,
right now
this-
in 40 seconds. So hold on. Fast 9,
nostalgia.
Yep.
nostalgia. You have to see it.
You have
though.
to see it, yeah.
That's not the movie you want to watch.
No, it's not the movie I want to see, but I must. I'll start a new tradition with A Quiet Place. Yeah, did you A Quiet Place Part 2? If there's a movie
I didn't see part 1.
you must see is A Quiet Place. You don't need a speaker. You don't need. It's one of the most amazing feelings watching this movie with just if you just have a headphones on. The power it gives you and the suspense it pulls you in. There is not and without any words.
Wow.
I watched it on an airplane and the lady next to me didn't have no headphones on. part 1, and she was like, and she was just pulled into the movie with no headphones on. I had the headphones on, and she was watching on my iPad. That's the power of A Quiet Place. So
she knows it.
Yeah, so
nosy.
She knows it.
She was nosy.
but that's just how I'm telling you. This is how good this movie. Emily Blunt in part 1 was amazing.
I have to see it now. I didn't see it.
So would you say that this is better than Bird Box? Or no? It was like,
why would you even bring that movie up?
You didn't like it?
I liked it.
Oh, that movie was cool.
It's
no, but they compare Quiet Place to Bird Box. You know, like,
but Quiet Place has monsters or something like that, right? Like
I've never seen
Quiet
Place.
You need to watch
I gotta watch it, right?
It's a must watch. So part 2 is
it's hold on.
Is that
A must watch coming from you?
Yeah.
So okay, what do you give this movie?
So what do you give this movie then?
Is it A10 classic?
Everything deserves a rating?
From you, yes. From now on.
I can't just say
it's like listening to music and be like, well, I ain't gonna give it no rating. It's a good album. Like you rate it.
I rate it, Quiet Place. Definitely a solid 8.
Okay, so we got a new scale for you now. Okay. The 20 Talk 20 scale. Out of 20, what do you give it?
20? That's
like a 16?
Yeah, I give it above. It's definitely above average. It's definitely a high 16, 17. Quiet Place.
Wow.
John Krasinski.
Krasinski.
You cannot. This guy who was on The Office.
The Office, love him.
The way he switched up is amazing.
Love it. He was Jack Ryan. Come on now.
Season 3 coming soon.
He directed and wrote this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Him and his wife.
Absolutely.
You must see A Quiet Place Part 1. Part 2 is coming out.
On the to-do list.
Part 2 is coming out. That's one of my things to watch. This
Yeah. You gotta remember, it's not coming out on HBO anymore, so it's straight theaters now.
Straight to the theaters.
Take my $20.
Take my $20 plus taxes. What, $22.50?
Plus popcorn.
So that's what.
I ain't getting no
$15 for popcorn.
$50 for a night.
I'm watching it on the house. Web rip.
You're awful. Look, I don't know that man who just said that web rip. I'm definitely going to pay my money and go watch the movie. Thank you. Okay. So, all right, Quiet Places has to be seen. Well, for me, I want to see. I'm simple, guys. Y'all know me. I'm a fanatic when it comes to the superhero joint. So, Loki, I definitely can't wait to see that June 9th.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weekly, unfortunately, because Disney playing games with our minds, bodies, and souls. But from week to week, Loki will be there. Owen Wilson is on Loki. I don't know how that's going to be played out on his end, but it's going to be interesting. Believe that. So yeah, that's mine. And so many shows to come overall too.
Spiral too coming out.
Spiral.
Chris Rock.
I saw the poster with Chris Rock's face. So I don't know if that's a happy cringe or a serious cringe.
Oh my God.
But man, that's going to be interesting. I saw some reviews and it didn't look too good. But again, we have to watch the movie.
You have to give it a chance, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna mention something we didn't get to talk about before, but the Forever Purge.
The Forever Purge.
July 4th. That's
another.
Wait a minute. Is that from like all the Purge movies?
Continuation.
I've never seen the first one. None of them.
Oh my God.
Never seen any of them.
I saw one Purge.
Is that an A10 classic?
It's
a movie that you're obligated to see just because it's part of the franchise. That's what he's saying.
No,
just like
no,
Fast and
but when he
Furious
says,
9.
oh my God, it sounds like it's a 10.
No.
On the 20 scale.
This is the A10 classic.
What's on the 20 scale?
The Purges?
Yeah, the Purges.
They're worth the watch. They're worth. I mean, this is what, number 4 now.
If it's not 15 or better,
I don't want to watch
on our 20 talk scale.
15 or better.
It's not gonna cost you $22. You know what I mean? So to watch the other ones in the past. You know what I mean?
It should be on all these platforms.
Yeah,
right?
they should be on some sort of platform.
So it's worth the watch if it's not gonna cost you anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might cost you a little time, but it's definitely another series of movies that like Fast 9, all those other that they just keep putting out, and some of them are really good.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to go back to the Internals. It was Richard Madden that was
Madden.
Yeah, that was the main character from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And when you think of the Red Wedding, that's what you think of. That's why I saw him right away. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
I hated how he died in Game of Thrones. Him and his family. That part of the family anyway.
Yeah. Well, that part. Yeah, exactly.
That dinner, man, that broke my heart. You don't understand. But that's what's up, though. I'm just glad to see him in something. I haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, that's what I want to watch though for Loki for me. For your movie stuff.
It was gonna be Internals. Can't wait. Yeah.
Okay, the Eternals. I'm still waiting for a better trailer though for that. That's just me. I just want a good trailer to be like, oh, okay, I'm with it. You know, but Angelina Jolie, to me, she doesn't miss. So I think it's gonna be a good movie regardless. Because I love Angelina Jolie, man. She's a beast. I loved her since Gia. Yeah, remember that movie?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Easy, nominated off the rip. So those are the movies that we can't wait to come out, and TV show that we can't wait to come out. So we're gonna be moving right along, right? So a lot of things has been going on, and we know we've been out for a while, but now that we're back, major RIP this past week. Paul Mooney, a legendary comedian. I don't know how he passed away. I don't know if they told us as of yet. I don't know if it was a heart attack.
I don't know if it was a heart attack or something to that extent, but he was at the age of 78, and
he lived a good one.
He lived a good life, you know. I remember seeing him on Dave Chappelle.
What happened?
I'm just Nico Thomas. I'm just thinking back.
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking about that skit. It's like, oh man, I remember him saying that. But you know, R.I.P. to him.
And the will of God, man. There's so much that goes with him, right? He's one of those comedians who always talk about, the importance of, black activists, being aware of, how they treat black people in America. Mm-hmm. His voice was never low when it came to that.
Never.
He used his platform. Some people use their platform, let's just make the money, man. Let's just make the money, make your jokes. Now he used that platform to the fullest, but there's some shadow upon him. There's some things that came out about him years back about him and his Richard Pryor's son and him. We don't know if it's true. Something about some type of assault. We don't know if it's true. Somebody's gonna say it regardless, right? Mm-hmm. So you might as well mention it. But all I know is, from what we know, is to us he was a legendary comedian.
Absolutely.
Very, very funny. Very, very honest.
The realest comic.
Very honest.
The realest.
Okay. So moving along, we have Funny Talk. And man, this mofo is hilarious. So I don't know if you guys watch Hip Hop Atlanta. There's a rapper by the name of Arkansas Mo.
His name is funny already.
Okay, so Arkansas Mo had a trucking business, right? So like a lot of other people, they had issues, paying their workers because of COVID, last year. So, the PPP loan, it assists you with people that, keeping your business running, keeping the opportunity of helping your workers. So he was awarded, he asked for $3 million, he was awarded $2.4 million.
Right.
So the feds kind of asked him, hey, did you use the money for what you were supposed to use it for? He said yes. Right? He paid his workers, his business is up and running. The business never went back to running.
Oh my God.
He bought a Bentley.
He
paid, I think, $500,000 in
took care of his kids.
Yeah. Back pay child support.
Took care of his kids, of course. That's important, right?
His kids were the employees.
And don't forget, he bought like $85,000 worth of jewelry.
Just living the life, bro.
And to make matters worse, he was trying to flee town. And the feds tapped his phone and they noticed that he was looking for countries that had no extradition. And they said, oh, he's trying to leave. Let's get him now.
Yeah.
So, and from what we understand, he's doing 100 months. You know how they try to be cute with the 100 months? That equals up to like 8 years in the feds. And you do all of your time when it comes to Fed time.
Oh, they don't play.
Yeah, unless you snitch. So if he's going to snitch on somebody, do it now. So yeah, man. So Funny Talk, that's hilarious. So we're going to end it on a smooth note for my boy, King Karim. King Karim, what's the quote of the week?
I always say, actually, I don't want to say it. I found it in a fortune cookie. You know what I mean? And like, people like...
Still counts.
It's still good, though.
I found it in a fortune cookie.
It's still beautiful.
It was one of those nights I was looking for a show to watch. And I had somehow the fortune cookie was on my table. And I couldn't believe what it said. What did it say? It said knowledge and belief are sometimes worlds apart. I always say, know what you believe and believe what you know. So it's just, that simple.
That simple. That's look, man. I don't care how you found it, man. That's a really solid quote.
Yep.
I wonder who wrote it.
Confucius said.
There was probably making fortune cookies, and they say, man, just write anything. But at that point, they was thinking about what they wrote.
They was thinking about Ansar
They was thinking,
and what he wanted to watch on TV.
Oh, and you in particular. Wow, I didn't know that.
Karim, they said, that's hilarious. And you had nothing to watch, but you found the fortune cookie. Look how God works. What you give God on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh my God. I don't hate the Lord. Yeah.
I never said you did. I never said you hated the Lord.
No, I said I don't rate the Lord. Yeah.
Oh, you don't rate the Lord? Okay. I never said you hated that.
All you had to do was change the R to an H.
Look, man, we're going to stop getting on AK Karim, man. King Karim, man. Enough is enough, man. So, look, next week. Ooh, Steph, what we got for next week?
So next week, we're looking to talk about Jupiter's Legacy. So now that's currently on Netflix. If you had the opportunity, go check that out. We're going to be talking about that next week. So let us know what is going on. We're also going to be talking about Army of the Dead. So Baptista was in it. So we have to see how that works out. But again, that's another one that's on Netflix. If you have an opportunity, go check that out. And we're going to go round it back to Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got to talk about this epic series.
Mandatory.
This is following right after Loki. So, I mean, this happened right before Loki. So Loki's coming out June 9th. So Winter Soldier was right before that. So if you have an opportunity, go back, watch Falcon. Worth the watch.
Hit the binge.
And spoiler alert, we have a Captain America is black. If you didn't know that, then damn. You just don't watch Captain America movies and et cetera, et cetera.
What was they say now? 100 million?
What?
For Anthony Mackie to play Captain America?
$100 million?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Stop playing.
I think he signed up for like a whole bunch of movies.
Oh, for a whole bunch of movies.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I have to look that up. But that makes sense. It's probably 6, 7 movies.
I can't wait.
Give or take. That's going to be awesome. And Anthony Mackie, man, give it up, man. He's doing the damn thing.
Oh,
that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So, guys, thank you for a phenomenal night. And like I always say, no, I don't want to say that, but I love y'all. This is your boy, Earn B.
This is Stephanie.
This is your boy, Dre.
That's your boy, King Karim.
20 Talk 20, and we are out. Yeah.